When the music was bad, when the music got bad, they made it bad on purpose. And now you can tell they're like doing a train wreck and wrecking. Fuck, there's always, I don't know, I guess, I think Harry K. Swami. I thought he was from over there, and he spoke in an accent, but then I'm thinking who I would have heard it. I'm not really sure now. I know Satchidananda Swami talks like that. It's funny. But I wouldn't have all those tapes. And they happen to never mention who it is either. The only one it could be would be Harry K. Swami. So it would have been Dina that gave it to me, which I don't know for sure, but I think it would be. Otherwise, we're got a load of tapes that are just labeled like that. God, maybe from... How would I have got at Satchidananda Swami? I don't think I would have. And not labeled, and there's nothing, and the internet just strips it. God, they strip all the old YouTube, everything. And he's like, Harry Case is like Martin Short. So, but now I kind of wonder where I would have heard him talking like that, because I know Satchidananda Swami talks like that, like Dr. Strangelove. Damn, man. Nah. It just kind of gets me too. So there's always a chance, but they fuck with it, man. It's still like a memory hole. It's like gonna be my memory, and they fuck with everything. They rip everything. And YouTube. I think it is though, I mean, like, but anyway, like, it's, kind of bugs me, because I can't make mistakes like that. It's really fucked up, because everyone, like, is gonna say I'm a piece of shit, and I just gotta fucking be, I gotta be, like, exactly right, with no fucking help, the opposite, and all the shit, not lying, not doing fake out, not having layers and different people to be the idiot, you know. So, Boston, one of the things, that's where Kennedy grew up, right? The old Kennedy house up they have it in Brookline, and then going out toward Brighton, but that's parts of Brookline. And then that neighborhood's just shit. Like, they're mean, and just, it's like kind of closed down. It's kind of this thing that's probably like they have a bitch shield all over it. And then everything else is nice. You kind of go around, but there's some weird thing, and you can't go straight through either. The roads get weird. Michael Dukakis used to walk through there. Like some of it's kind of, but that's not even Brookline. No, I don't know, it kind of bypasses. It ends up on the D line. Fuck, man. In the old days. But see, they would have been there. And then they keep tearing down all the Jewish neighborhoods. The West End, they tore down. In Mattapan, they cleared all the Jews out of there in Boston. Then in Brighton, just fucking cleared them out, like, and did the bulldozed, what's that called? Is that West Newton? What is it called? Brighton Center, right? Or something, or is it? It's something in between, not all the way to Watertown. It's where the highway goes through. And it's like a no man's zone. It used to be just, it keeps going and going. It's like a center. or it's Newton Center maybe, or something. You just keep going on the A line. We tore all that out. So I was there. I was like, fucking neighborhood had died. And I was the only one. I guess at Moshe's house, and they still had the store. They said the guy spoke Yiddish there. Like Moshe went in. I think it was that place, and he was speaking Yiddish, and they thought that was cool. He could speak Yiddish. Damn. I think that's one of the old stories. And okay, because I'm thinking about the Kennedy stuff. I think I got it. I think that is what it is. And it makes sense. It's not like, well, it's not like uncooperating, presidents and stuff. No, the president is cooperating, whichever way it goes. Full cooperation of all the Kennedys, whoever needs to be in the know or whatever, full cooperation. John Kennedy, full cooperation. Bobby Kennedy, full cooperation. And it's a thing, it's a scheme, it's a plan, it's the shit they've been running. They don't just get, oh my God, they're not the big victim. Also, the ruling class and the victim, and the ruling class is fighting it out up there. Like in that kind of way. In a way that you could see it like that. Shit. And then just keeping it. They're like, that's a fake. They fake like they do that. That was like, and the whole thing's just planned, and then we have angst over our president. Then you can, then you listen to Simon and Garfunkel, and it all makes sense. All their stuff, all their sad songs. Oh, the Sound of Silence is one thing I was saying. It was like written. It was like they were playing it way before Bobby Kennedy got killed, like 68. It was like way before that. It's an earlier song. So I didn't know that. I know Mrs. Robinson, so yeah, maybe I just presume. Mrs. Robinson came out just before the assassination. Bobby Kennedy. This gotta be about Jackie Kennedy. And what it seems like, and they're fucking lying. Or they get told. And then when you Parsley, Sage, Rosemary Thyme, the Scarborough Fair, then that works. And like that's the best one at the end. They made a bridge over troubled water. They did that one, and that was fucking. They named this like homeless thing after it, or they got a. God, I don't want to say they're creeping around. I don't know. It's got to be part of the shit, though. I feel bad. I don't want to just say shit, because it's basically what they do to all people. They say bad shit about them, and they lie. Everyone's crap, right? And so, like even the institution or whatever. It wouldn't be and if you don't know, it's like you're just saying it. Like any place indoors where people can go and have a meeting be the thing, you're not like necessarily saying the right thing. Because it might always be a very precise thing that would have action within the institution, or like they could argue there, or it could go one way or the other, or they ought to have a recrimination there, and not just say that you sucked ever going there. You know what I mean? Because it's correct about the people. Because they do shit to people and they're ignorant. So you can't just say, oh, these people suck. Regular people. And, but, like, once you know this shit, it fucking comes together. Yeah, but that bridge over troubled water, I just get creeped out and bugged, and I don't think this. So, like that, bend over, spread your cheeks. Wait, spread your cheeks. God, what was that thing? There was some horrible video. A joke. Or someone had a horrible t-shirt. Okay. Okay, so, fucking get it. Damn, man. And Jackie O. Yeah, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. I think, I wonder where the name Rosemary comes from. The big bomber guy that, he named his daughter Rosemary. She was born in like 1913. The British guy that was in charge of bombing, they'd call him the butcher sometimes, or the, something. He did the RAF bombing. And this one guy, oh my God, it's Irving of all people. That's all such an MI6 thing, back and forth. He says, this guy sent, that guy's a military hero. He was one of the greatest military leaders ever. The Air Force, British Air Force guy did the bombing. He sent 30,000 men to their death. The air guys. Out of 50,000, he committed 50,000 altogether. Sent 30,000 to their death. I'm like, that's like a feat beyond any, like, on any of these armies and stuff. And to be able to order them to their death, and they cheerfully go to their death, or however. And so there's got to be something to them, which is fucking true. It's horrible. And my mom used to say, she did say once, she was wondering if her dad had died in the bombing. And God, she would say that. Maybe she knows some, like over, he died over France, got shot down over France. So maybe he was one of those guys. How would that fucking work? Because my mom is like fucking adopted. It is coming from the British, but it's all but I was saying it's a rat line, and it is their fucking rat line. She's obviously all the way, like an Uber Jew. But that would be her mom. Like, I'm guessing, and the dad, blonde hair, blue eyes. So maybe even it was something like that. And maybe she was right. Something they know, they told her, they gave her a fairy tale once, which is the truth, just so you could have it. That might be the truth. So, like, it could even be, who knows? Maybe it's like a weird. Oh, that's the Italian thing, right? It's like right around. From that movie from Love and Anarchy. La 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 la. And yeah, but definitely. So maybe it might be because they're all tied in with the British anyway. God probably fucking was, and all the Gestapo. So probably because it's probably early, and so they are on the other side, whatever. And they're gonna do that and then get out. God, it probably was actually, or something, or some weird Dutch guy, or there's some shit probably, right? I bet the fuck it is. So it's not like the Nazi. It's probably some blonde hair specimen though, and they fixed it up with that. And they just worked shit. Put it on the rat line, or sort of near it. I was saying that was that shit before I found out any of the Argentina stuff, any of the stuff, any lampshades, all the bullshit with Ann Stringer. So yeah, because that's what they were doing. That whole thing, like with the anti-Semitism, you gotta look at like who does it, who gets involved. Like it's Winston Churchill does a major thing. Bolshevism, that paper he wrote, article for the fucking newspaper back in, he did anti-Semitism before anyone else. Back in 23 or 1920 or something. When I told you guys about that. Something. Bolshevism or Zionism. And he's just saying Jews and Bolshevism, and so they have to have Zionism. And they're like, something in Palestine can take, God, what did he say? 300,000, 2 million, a couple million or something they could take. It's like you can take like a weird small number. But that's the answer. He didn't say where they're going to do the rest of them, what they're going to do. And, it's like what they did with it. That's the way they did it. And got it all wrapped up. That was Churchill shit. And then you have Henry Ford pushing it. And Henry Ford, they had concentration camps down in Argentina in the 80s or something, in the 70s or 80s at their factories. They'd have a Ford factory with a concentration camp there. You should look it up. Or they act like they do. That's even like they're just like, yeah, flaunt it. And and then you have like the Kennedys and the dad being whatever he does, grumpy about Jews, or he hangs out with someone who's like that, or doesn't want the war, and it's all fake. They're all fucking lying. They don't even not want the war. They're just like hooked in with the British. It's all that. And he's fucking ambassador to Britain. And Roosevelt with all his stuff. Franklin Roosevelt. That's all like they're all lying. Fucking then I'm in this weird ass fucking weird position. When I did wise up, it's like I can know stuff. I was just getting lied to, but I was in the right place. Fucking then destroyed. Yeah. Cause it is. See, I got a real camera here. I mean, it moves around stuff. God, YouTube's just gonna lie. Oh, you know what YouTube did? YouTube sent me a thing, an email. They're not like telling me. They didn't say, "Hey, you're a piece of fucking shit. You're a piece of garbage." They didn't do that. Sometimes they do these comments like that, and then they fucking say this other shit. Take down my shit. They're fucking lying. They set the whole library thing up too. That's like YouTube and their garbage. That's some motherfuckers with that sheriff and their bullshit. They're molesters. All the kids running around set crew to keep that shit intact, whether it's working or not. Fuck, man. But they sent me, they sent an email that says, I'm eligible. God, so fucking douche. For translation. They're going to like do subtitles or whatever, or dub it. Like, that means like it just translates to other languages. And then you can set it and you can actually hear it. You can hear me like in German or Russian. I need to be in Russian and Arabic. I need proper Arab. I need a Russian translator. A fucked out tank. There's this one that was translating Russian to English with all the cuss words, and they got something like a fucked out tank. Like I had really good stuff like that. Back in 2014 or whatever. The Wagner. All that shit. Probably was, right? It was like Givy and Motorola and all those guys. But that's all the fucking same. Fuck, man. So yeah, who knows if I got it right with Harry Case or something. They were nice to me too on their website. Now I know. Or it's like a thing. Shit. Fuck, man. Yeah, we're getting so much stuff. Yeah, see, I got all these problems I run around. There's nothing you can do about me because you can't go. You can't. You'd have to get it. Like, God, you can't just fucking tell me something or anything that's gonna. Because I'm on the go to fucking do this, figure shit out. And I'm from that. It's like my station in life. You know, when I got fucked over, lied to. And it's like fucking. And then the rest of it is just, oh, you gotta do this, that, settle for, you know. And they don't even fucking believe in it in a certain way. And yeah, it'd be a certain thing. But then it's like my dad, like, what? He sucks? How does he suck? How could that be? Because the thing is, he didn't. Like, it's like all this shit, and then it'd be like, how could I, not in that way, I mean, he didn't. It'd be like, how could I be wrong? Back then, I wasn't reading right. How's he, like, it seems like he has all these emotions, and it's genuine. And then he kind of like drifts away, turns off on him. And I don't think it's right, the timing or whatever. And really, there's this other shit. Now I know what it is. And now I can see logically, yeah, it would be that with certain emotions or whatever. And I know it probably just is that. And I knew there was like something there. I think like it likely is because it just doesn't fit. And now I can just take that and apply and be like, make the emotions fit that. because it's the thing. It's the real thing. So, and totally, it's just fine now. God, just in the last year or something. Could be anything. He had a. Last time I saw him, I guess, last the night before, like we were sleeping in the same room. I was sleeping in the bed, and he slept on the floor, at my aunt's house. The youngest sister. She has the horses and stuff. That's where they always go with their pictures and shit. Their thing, that little farm up in Maine, out there. It's always a thing, but the frogs, you catch frogs. Oh shit. But man, that's some fake shit. I mean, this stuff later. But he said his back hurt too. Like it's better because the bed was soft. So, and then he was like yelling in the middle of the night, like a nightmare, horrible, like horrible. And I'm wondering if he could have been, like now I think it's a level of, okay, he could have been lying, and he's doing that. It could be that level of shit. Who fucking knows? But maybe not. I mean, like, yeah, maybe not. But it could be. Of course, maybe not. Maybe more likely. But it's like whatever the fuck, or whatever they do. Yeah, see if that Kennedy thing, if it's true what I said, then Boston would be a center thing, like ongoing, because that's the major thing, Kennedy assassination. But the whole Kennedy family would be in on it, like it didn't happen or something, or if it did, it's like the hero thing like that, and so maybe John Kennedy, but Bobby Kennedy just skips out, or however the fuck it works. It probably isn't. I think it isn't. And that's how they get that way. That's how they can all be that way. And riding with a limo, no, they're not complaining because they're fucking in on it. They're all in on it. Shit, and you wouldn't know either. You'd be like, always like barking up the wrong tree, and then you'd have to be like sneaky, like thinking that could be that. And they'll never fucking say it. I've never heard anyone say anything like that. And fuck, but we know like overseas all the shit's like that too, probably. Like Idi Amin, it's all fake. It's all fake, man. He was always like with Israel, and they coming in Tebby raid. It's all fake. And his brother getting killed. Oh yeah, maybe he has to go. Maybe he really does die, or whatever the fuck they do. He probably does die. They don't even have to know all the way. They don't have to know. Or quite like. Maybe. Or they think they got their things. They have to know it's that bad. Or maybe they do. Yeah, they do. Mussolini's Mossad. I say sometime on the way, like fuck you way. Like, and say this bullshit because they're such liars. Yeah, and Idi, he goes up. Where does he end up at? In Saudi Arabia or Qatar or something. He just lives up there. He's like, they say he's some kind of crazy cannibal or something. He has to go up there and everything's fine. Or whatever the hell he does. God, then it makes sense, like all the, and even the Olympics thing. And how that went down. How the German police are so shitty. Because it's supposed to be, it's the agreement. How they go and cower and hide out. They're supposed to be stationed, at the airport, up in the airplane, and they fucking leave. They don't tell everyone, that's a lie. They're just taking the fall. Like, damn. Yeah, now it makes sense in the way Bobby Kennedy Jr. is. With his fake stuff, all the fake autism stuff. All the lying shit. And they like just fucking troll it. Like they gotta talk about Tylenol some more. And watch it be, Tylenol really doesn't work. I'm the only one who sticks with it and says, like, it doesn't work. And so I'm thinking it's just for me. It doesn't work. Because one doctor said that once. That was kind of cool. But it might just be like, no, I'm the motherfucker that doesn't just suck their dick and say it works. Because the placebo effect or whatever. God, none of that shit works. Aspirin doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. When they invented Advil, it's all of a sudden, boom, you can have a pill that gets rid of a headache. It's crazy. Remember when they came out, it's like you can have a headache. Instead of everyone just saying it, it's like fucking annoying. Like, take it. Pill doesn't do shit. Advil will like way the fuck do something. I have a bad headache, it'll just go away. All the fucking way. All of a sudden. But a Kennedy thing. So like no one fucking says that. It's so fucking obvious. They're driving around with a limo, the top off the limo, whole fucking thing, right? And then the general, what's his name? That's not the guy. I was thinking the other guy. What is it? There's the guy who's the bomb guy, that Curtis LeMay or something like that, or something like that. And it's not him. It's the other guy who's a crazy guy. I think it's not mixing the two up. There's this other general. But it's a crazy one, and he's they did well, it's a crazy general. Like Bobby Kennedy got him sent to a mental hospital, they say, and it's all fake. And then it makes sense. Like how the fuck? As soon as I hear that too, I know that whole fucking thing, and it's a fake out and all their bullshit, and all the same sides are in on it, And fuck, and then And then so that guy, that general, was I guess he was like, then he's still in the military after I had to go check him in the middle of the hospital. Then he's like looking at the autopsy and smoking a cigar. He's up in the viewing room for the President Kennedy. And then that just seems like that would be like a fake or something, or even they're making it, or he's going to even do that so you can know someday or something. Like, yeah, we're so awful, until it's like, boom, your brain flips and you're like, oh yeah. And you're also like, put at ease or something. And it is the truth. You ought to be like, you don't have to be told a lie. You're told the truth and it's better in some ways, or it's a relief. It's like certain people aren't just evil. And the thing is too, if they're doing that, it's probably like they have to, or like, it's not like they could just be like, refuse to do it. Everyone would get fucked. There'd be this other shit. It's not like you have like certain people are just bad. It's a whole fucking thing. It's like fake news and all this fake shit. And if you stop it, they won't announce, yeah, it was going to happen. And we stopped it. You stop it, they just say you're shit. They go on and do stuff anyway. And then after the fact, when it's not what they say, Jesus. I don't think it is. I bet the fuck it isn't, because they love it. They'll troll it. Hey, let's make it like they did that, right? That bad thing with the president. But it's really he's alive and shit. It's like fucking, in some ways worse, but in some ways like, no, they didn't do that. Or they didn't do it against him. He's with it. It means like whatever thing that elects anyone is like that. And they can even say it's like a deception. They got to do that. Fight off other things. And it's a undercover war. It's an intelligence war. And God, I think it is too. Because if you like, no one has ever speculated it, and so it's either people just can't think of it, and so that's so far, but they'll speculate about other shit. This conspiracy, and they'll say like, okay, they murdered the president. Not like a whole motherfuckers in on it. They just run the shit. Damn. They did that too. Bet you they did. And Yeah, this family and Garfunkel, that makes sense. Scarborough Fair, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. My dad said he would arrange the spices like that. Before he's going to dump my mom, go out and get a divorce, he said he'd arrange the spices like that. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. My mom had a spice collection with nice bottles. Iraq, he probably got it for her birthday or like Christmas for that or something, or just a house thing. It's a thing. And then he fucking, like, he'd probably get it. I was thinking when they play it on the radio or they have little hints or something. Probably stuff gets sent around. And she wouldn't get it. And he would tell me that. That's one of the things. And I'm thinking, and I feel those things, I had to listen to those. It's like undercover or something he's telling me. Like I know that rolling up in his carpet. He's going to go up to Maine, up to North Maine, and roll up in his carpet at the end. His back's going to hurt, and he's just going to me and my wife talk about rolling up in your carpet. I gotta go roll up in my carpet. We're going to go roll up in our carpet when you're old or something. And it's like Lucas's guys. You have to go do it. Or get a time right. My dad was 83. They had him drinking and all this shit. And they get it exactly on the day, December 20. That exact day. But, yeah, my mom did say the thing about the, dying over Europe. So it probably was an airplane guy. I bet it would be, right? And they had get a white, blonde or blue eye Dutch guy, cannon fodder, or whatever the fuck they do, right? Yeah, be with us. Or you can get out with the British, maybe cannon fodder. And you're with that, and in the rat line in a certain way. Or with the thing. Shit. And they worked with the fucking SS, all that shit. All that shit was British, all that SS and everything. And that's why they're lying. They act like it's after the war. Oh, we like them. They're so smart. Or they know how to fight communism. It's like, fucking no, they were doing that before the fucking war. They were doing it the whole fucking time. And they like ramped up. They had it going on before 33, before Hitler takes over. All the way they got a little bit of thing hustling around probably. Their medical shit and their whatever. They're getting their shit ready. So you can get any chick like, she's poor, pay her off and stuff. So she's in the thing. She has a kid, right? The Jewish, my Jewish grandmother. Like an Uber Jew, a Blackie. They used to call my mom Blackie in school. And that's what like me coming out with blue eyes. So just that half. That would make her Blackie in school. My mom. She'd have black hair too. And, damn. Yes, I probably was. I probably did die in the war. Just like Pink Floyd. Like Pink Floyd, right? Like his dad. Because that's the whole thing is Churchill did it. Churchill did the genocide. You fucking know it. YouTube fucking knows that too. Man, and then they have to do that shit up in Boston with Harvard Medical School. What the hell, man? The 4th floor. Yeah, so my wife would work on the 3rd floor. Oh, they even admitted it's the neurobiology department too. It's in one of the articles. In case you missed it, in case you can't remember, the big old long-ass building. I guess that thing has to be giant, right? All neurobiology up and down. I used to go to all the neurobiology Christmas parties. Christmas Hanukkah party, whatever. Like, that's the thing. And then one guy told me that Tiananmen Square didn't happen. We're actually over at his house. He had a house in Brookline for a little while. He had an apartment. And he's from China, of course, and he's tall. And he said it didn't happen. It's right after Tiananmen. He said it didn't happen. And he was like depressed and looking at me. I remember I told you, it's like I was thinking because he's thinking he has to lie to me, but really because he feels sorry for me and he can't tell me what the fuck it is, man. It's a fucking lie. He'll fucking know this shit. Like if he's at Harvard Medical School or something, or just doesn't fucking matter. Or whatever the fuck. Fuck, man. The only people we knew were at Harvard Medical School. Then we stopped hanging out with fucking people. Hang out with people at the temple, but like as far as other shit, or you know, our daughter's friends would be that until that gets all, they fucked that up, man. They hounded it, man. The fucking CIA destroyed it. Like that domestic CIA, like my uncle and shit. But that other one, they did some shit. They did some foot fetish and stuff. They did some shit. That's a separate thing. Like, maybe that's the Hells Angels or the thing, some fucked up shit. There's this whole fucking nasty shit. They don't get it. Oh, let's stop it. And actually, those are probably some of the worst fucking creeps. Like, of all the shit, when it really hooks up and like with an intelligence war. You know, it's like, yeah, oh, the counseling for women, yeah, what do you need to thing rubbed, right? I just want to get, if I can get my hair pulled or something. You know, man, they just fucking leave it. And they don't tell me nothing. Like it's not just me. And then they're putting me on that shit. On puberty blockers when I'm a kid for 3 fucking years. That's just what they fucking did. And put me on, gave me tularemia. They did, man. So now I gotta get translated. Motherfucker. Get translated, man. There's me. But Legacy, man, that is a badass, isn't he? He's such a badass. God. We're in Cape Coral. Yeah, so, well, now it makes sense. I'm not agitating with a Kennedy thing, right? Be laying up in bed. I do like that Woody Allen thing, or What Happened to Something. But then I stopped. Like, it's not about, oh, this Oswald, this. It's like, no, they fucking did it. Whatever, they'll have all the pieces, but they murdered him. It's like the broad thing killed him, and for what? To get Johnson in is like a split in the ruling class, is like Karl Marx would say. You know, other revolutions, you know, real revolutions, proletarian revolutions begin with a split in the ruling class. They're fighting, and they drag in the proletariat, right? And that's what he said. See, Churchill thought, and all those fuckers, they thought they could have Lenin and stuff. They thought they were going to they wanted to overthrow the Tsar. And kill all that shit, kill everyone. And, oh, there we go. And so they won't even make it work. And they want to have their bourgeois revolution and their thing. And those guys will just vote for war, and the bankers. And it's Churchill's guys that murdered the Tsar and his family. They're like, they're all up in the court, all saying, run this way, come this way on the train, this way. And they set them all up. They guys on the inside and on the outside, and all the radicals, just right to get them all hooked up into something, right? And without knowing, and that's their place, like far away. And got, you know, did that. That's what that is. Damn, that's why they're like that, you know, Prince Andrew and all shit. Lord Mountbatten and everyone. Because they know, that's how I learned it from, too. Something like that. Okay, so that's Kennedy. Like, they're all the way like that. That's what they do. That's what they did. And you'd be like, oh, one side or the other, or it's entangled. Fuck, that's some entangled shit, though. Right? It's that whole damn Kennedy family. And however it works. And you gotta think about it, like, the Kennedy family is supposed to be some, like, a Boston thing, but John Kennedy's off in fucking New York to be a senator, which is kind of weird, right? To get started, and that probably gets away from shit. God. Yeah. God, that thing commented, one of the bots commented, or like whatever, it has a whole fucking giant web, like fucking YouTube channel of fucking Karen Reed shit, and Turtle Boy, and all that fake ass shit. Turtle Boy comes from Worcester, and it's all fake ass. And I'm the thing that's real, and I was actually doing Karen Reed. And they tell me I'm a piece of shit. And I get all the actual real footage. And I know all the shit, and they still tell me I'm a piece of shit. I'm just a piece of shit. I see all the feds there, all the shit. Man, Berkowitz went away too, didn't he? They won't do anything. Like, they just lie. And part of it's, I think someone's sticking them that way too. It's like, because their thing, they're supposed to be, like this, one guy said, the media is the message. My guy, so maybe a scary guy. Yeah, psychopathy. My friend, he's in my video, drinking out of a paper bag, that one video. He says, he'd love to quote Marshall McLuhan, the media is the message. And a lot of times say media is the massage. And they had set him up to say that. That's his thing. And it's like they're telling you, it's like whatever it is, like, oh, it's a street. It's that. It's street stuff. It's not like, oh, wait, what's running something to do something on the street? It's like, no, the whole, what you can do, what you are, like something you're concealing it. And that becomes a thing. And it's like a force of itself. It's not just the means to an end for something when that's off in office to do an office thing. It's like the office gets kind of taken over by that. It's like by whatever is there, these apparatus that run, they make their own thing. And I guess you pull it together. But I gotta shorten the fucking legs here in here. Tripod. Like damn, man, this one guy said, I call him a psychologist, and they said he died. He died in Cambodia, and they're kind of lying. You know, like they're fake. They like go to Cambodia, like that guy that one dude. That's who did the thing? What's that naughty guy? He did something and he killed someone. What's the guy? Oh, the Charlie Kirk guy. Yeah, that's the guy, right? Now that guy, I'll tell you who that is, because I watched him run that shit. They'll get their guy. They'll get their. They'll get the guy, the young guys, and all the fitness and all the shit, and a little bit of their drugs and whatever the fuck it has to be, even if it's meth, and it's like, and they'll give him the stuff to go to bed. And that's the thing, because they got the shit. Like without that, how do you run a guy? How do you run a guy in the street and crazy? Well, you give him the shit to go to bed. That's so fucking hyper illegal. They made it that way on purpose. They're lying. It's that G. WGBH. Public TV. But, with a lot of other order. And that's even why they fucking did that. Because they run that shit. They run it with a little bit of meth, and they can just be your guy that fucking works it. And you can be a little street guy running around on a fucking scooter. That's one of those motherfuckers. The same as maybe different sides have it, but the same as the fucking thing that did the Hilton, the executive, the guy, the big CEO for the healthcare thing. Now, But that's how they do it. You wonder how can someone run someone on the street? How could you be, well, you're like even they're in their 20s and 30s, and they're fucking, even like early 40s. You work it, and you got these guys, man. They're like Superman, super exercises. Get them on a thing, and they're good to go. And you get them. They get them, and they give them that fucking shit. And they go to sleep. Or spank their ass to bed. They do it with the cops down here too now. Maybe. I'm just kind of guessing. I think they do, actually. I think they do. But they'll even get hard to tell because they'll pretend they're on everything and crazy. Or they'll be on a little bit and act like they're on a lot. Like, you look at my old videos. I'm so fucking clean, man. I'm fucking looking all like... I took like a melatonin and a fucking pink pill, a Benadryl. Maybe half a Benadryl. Maybe take a whole Benadryl, I don't know. I'm like, Oh, maybe I took a Dramamine with it, or a half a Dramamine, or maybe I didn't. No, I didn't do that. And I just take that, and I'm going to be able to go to bed. It's so ridiculous. And, and that's what it is. And, but like what I mean, it seems like that, because I'm playing it and stuff too. But these cops, like, will be on, it could be on whatever a little bit, or on some their vitamins and crazy shit, and they'll be acting like it's drugs. Or whatever, you never know. Running fake out. But really. There's stuff too. Okay, but that dude, they'll have him on all this stuff and make him Superman. And they'll know the psychology. It won't be like, man, this week, or I don't know, you're lonely at night, or you come back and I don't know, the guy might flake. It's like, no, you're not at your office telling me he has to come in on time. You treat like a typical person and tell them they have to keep their shit in order. No, you know their fucking thing and their schedule and their ego and their thing. And they study people like that. So that's why they even run a bunch of them all over the place. And they can run it. And they can know the guys can go do something. Do the thing. Right? To certain ones. And they'll work them. With their bedding and all their shit. Oh, like the dude who said he slept in a storage locker, he probably fucking did. And the storage locker guys are in on it too, of course. It's just that thing. Like, he can stick around with them, but they're good with it. And it's just, and then go to the yoga place, or see, the thing is, I guess you have Planet Fitness now and stuff. You have showers, okay? But this dude up in see, I'm not even saying his name, but up in Boston, one with a paperback, he wouldn't go to Boston Sports Club. And the thing is, like, God, if you go there every day or whatever, the membership's dirt cheap compared to what you get. Everything. He'd spend all this money on that. He did a $1,400 a year thing for Bikram yoga. Not Bikram. Well, he did Bikram too. He did both. He did, but for the South Boston yoga. Like, and you go and use a shower and you do his stuff. And he does like heavy yoga and do Bikram like twice a day or something. He's like fucking crazy shit. And he said he'd drink and be hungover, but he's probably lying about that. And he's not really drinking like he did. Like, I used to think he's not just lying. And he's just fucking lying about that. And he's like fucking strong as a motherfucker. And he can go take a shower, but he couldn't get in the Boston Sports Club. He wouldn't dare fucking sign up for that shit. And now it's gone. I fucking knew a fucking bargain. I knew, because they're not going to have it in a couple of years. They know the fucking coronavirus is coming. They know it. One of these, you do that one video. That one video I have, I'm down in Fort Myers, and I got that, I call it, soul music, right? So, was it rap soul music, or the ghetto? CIA. What's the names for rap music? The difference. Hip hop, like, I don't know, what's some music called? Like, it's not hip hop, it's like angry Biggie Small. See, I can't remember what the fuck it's called. There's a name for it. And it's soul music. So that song, I got that from That's some fucking CIA shit. And the thing, they got maybe one other good song. It's good. But one of their videos, they're in there. They're in the fucking swimming pool, the empty swimming pool, and probably. So I tell you, in the Watertown, right? Isn't that where they are? They're in the fucking Watertown Boston Sports Club swimming pool, empty, with their shit. I think they are, and they don't say anything. We go to Boston. They don't know. They don't say anything about that, and I'm pretty sure I got that right, or something. It seems like that. It seems like, why would you have that? Why would it be empty? What's going on, man? Well, yeah, come on. God, they were so fucking nice to me there. There was always something, or I'm missing something. And oh my God, that one up on the thing, and you guys know what I mean. You don't go to Canton. You're gonna be like, your way to like, and there's hills and shit. It's between the outer beltway and the inner beltway. So you're not, this road that goes from one to the other. And you're coming back into Boston, some weird road, and off of those. And it's like and it wraps around the inner beltway way around from Canton. It goes like, you go clockwise, you go like a few. Kind of a lot. From there. But you're not back up to the other places where you get into things. You're not back up to Route whatever the fuck. You're in between everything. And you go right through there. And I was always wondering, that's where the God, you go somewhere through there, and that's where that fucking ice skating team came. But these guys, I don't think that's with that shit or something. I don't know, and they just disappear it from history, all the internet. I can't find that fucking thing again. I'd have to hunt around it. And there's like in the back of the parking lot, there's actually cliff faces you can see, or hills. Or maybe they're so steep I think of them. Actually, maybe it's just steep hills. Again, I sit back there, I fantasize of there being a tunnel in there and how you could have good drainage. It's so funny. I wasn't even thinking about tunnels before, but I just think about it. It was so nice too. The people were cool there. And damn, like he wouldn't go to sports club, man. They got Boston Sports Club all over the place, and no, he won't touch that. Damn, that was some weird shit, too. It's right in Copley Square, right in everywhere. But yeah, that dude that I guess that is a Charlie Kirk guy, right? He did. So you gotta work him like that. And when you see him, it's all a scam. The fucking jails are in on it. So they powder him. They give him his powder. They powder his face and do all the shit and give him his just right uniform and buck him up so he looks like a badass. Oh my God. I've been smearing my shit on the walls and eating. Cutting my fingers off and eating them, and I'm just still gonna go or something. They look so badass, right? But those guys, the jail guys, get that going. They fucking work that. Probably, or the thing with them. It's all fake. But he went over to Taiwan and all that, they said. There's some Daily Mail article. And the trannies scratched his face. They said they have to do all that shit. And there's nothing else. Like, he's fought trannies and he scratched his face. And like, really, he does the same thing that what I call the psychologist, what he does. He goes over there, like everyone goes over, and they can't do shit. They just go around and tour around and stuff. They don't get to go back in the bush and do the whatever with something. They wouldn't get anywhere with it. They wouldn't even begin. And like he just runs all around it, up in it or something. I'm kind of thinking if they keep that thing off anyway. Fucking, and that dude that I talked to, damn, man. Got him all running around, extra guys. I mean, at the No Kings. God, they had another talk at the Unitarian Church with all their fake shit. Boston Community Church. They're all just lying. do all their anti-Israel shit, but they know all the stuff. It's all fake. Okay, so, fuck. Yeah, the fucking, So now we know what it is. Like the whole Kennedy thing, it's like, it's opposite of what we said. We think, God, man, I don't know, it could just be a lone guy, right? So that's one thing you always think. Okay, and that's like, or like a certain amount of conspiracy, or the whole fucking thing on it. But the whole thing would be that all those kind of things, conspiracy, whatever government, would be to get rid of Kennedy. They had to do a whole thing, get Johnson, do it, and then you have a big clamp down after. No, the whole fucking thing's in on it. The fucking Kennedy himself is in on it. Then it's so fucking obvious once you get through that, and it could go on for a long time. You never thought that. It's like, wait a minute, Kennedy did it. It's like that whole thing, and it's like, oh shit, right? Maybe you run around helping people talking, you think, oh man, at least Bobby Kennedy, you think he's opposite. It isn't. It's like that thing will get really strong. And there's nothing in the upper class that's going after the other thing that's pissed off. No one got put down. No one got all built up and then smashed. Just people that are getting conned in that slow thing. And if they got conned once, they're gonna stay dumb. They're not gonna know. And damn, man. So it could even be like Jimmy Hoffa disappears. Like he goes, him and Bobby Kennedy, it's all fucking fake. Like they hate each other, right? And it's so cool, that Jimmy Hoffa movie, where I love that scene, like where it's Al Pacino playing Jimmy Hoffa, and he goes in the house, and when he's at the end, his friends shoots him in the head. So let's get out of here, and his friend just betrays him, and it's so fucking cold. Damn, that fell down. And really, it's so great, because then you're all the way, wait, that guy you love, that you feel sorry for, and his friend betrays him, he's doing it to us. Maybe not as bad as that, or you wish it could even be they do that, because they're not shooting you in the head. They're looking like they got shot in the head and they got a thing in their lying, right? It's kind of an interesting world. We got assassination fake, right? And then Trump, then it makes sense. What could Trump do? And then it's and why is he telling everyone with his damn ear? And then the Charlie Kirk. And why is the Secret Service? Then you have the Secret Service. Okay, Secret Service all the way dirty in on it. With the Kennedy thing, right? And both Kennedys, right? And now they have Trump's here, Secret Service. I mean, and fucking the Kirk, Charlie Kirk. You could be like, what the hell? But if the other shit was fake, that would make sense why they'd have to do it. We don't know what the logic is, but it's probably some crazy shit, right? And they're fucking it up from anyone doing that. And they're gonna in front of your face, we're like, hey, we had these accidental things happen, or the thing happened with Charlie Kirk, or actually it is fake with him, or it might be, or he died, or whatever. But everyone's acting kind of weird. The wife's acting kind of weird. So what was the wife in on it? No, it's not in on it. I was doing that with Jackie O. It's no, that shows it's there's something's going on, right? And they're telling you. The way they have to do it. I mean, they're the way they have to tell you, they're telling you that way. And now as soon as I fucking say it, it's oh, now that all makes sense. It didn't make sense before. But, but they just, the only thing is that, they lie and say there's nothing there that needs to be made sense of. I don't know, someone said, Charlie Kirk's wife, and she's she looks like Tammy Faye Baker. Wait a minute, she's doing it on purpose and doing a squeeze on a tear, and then she looks and she smiles. I don't know. Like, what's going on? Damn, man. And they'll be like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna let you make it up to me. Like Elvis. Like, what would you do, Elvis? Maybe Elvis isn't such a chump. He's going to talk to Nixon. Oh, I'm a dumbass, man. I'm fat. I take downers, and I gotta tell the president, you gotta stop people from drugs. I need my little, like, award. President Nixon, I'm such a dumbass. Right? And maybe that's the thing if you're in the know. Here's Mr. Dumbass being more dumbass. And ridiculous and flaunting it. It's like to let you know. Or think, wait, there's something other. Right? Me, I used to flail around. I don't fucking know. I got fucking shit because my dad, they fucking know. They fucking know. And they're lying to me. And it's not like I should just wise up because they're fucking. I'm the disposable. And they don't want me up. They didn't want me knowing anything, any schooling, any science. Now I know what they did. They fucking even worked my chemistry class I took to like just make sure I don't do any science. They wanted me to drop the physics class because I was enrolled in chemistry and physics. I just fucking dropped the chemistry class because she was being a dumbass. The physicist guy was just fine, and I should have just been studying the whole fucking thing. I got so I could just barely do the test. So I didn't like always used like to do the numbers. I could get all the concepts, but I knew it all. I would be rusty. But actually doing it with all the mathematics. I know the basic shit, like this, that. You know, like the energy is force times mass. Force times distance. You know, force times the distance that acts on. And all the shit and how everything equates. Actually, the more I think about it. And, I should have just had it. Because actually that would be an independence. You have to do independent math. And then they can never fuck with you with science. You just stay with that. Just mathematics. And do it all by yourself. Get it so you can do it. And then do the languages and the writing. Be able to read and be able to write down stuff. Take notes and write. I'd be the fuck away from these people too. Or whatever. But it's kind of like I believed in my dad. When my dad had the thing with, like I said, the martyr complex, the fucking Korean War, well, you know, World War II, Korean War level shit. And I get it from him. You know, the stuff they do to make the stuff work and make people do things or whatever. And he was supposed to be a hero. He's got this attitude. He's a wonderful guy. He'd be the guy that would come save you. Okay, put him in the sewer. Right? A bunch of those Unitarian young men, they died. You look at it, it's like 4 of them or something. Down to 64 or 65, whatever. He's going to be one of those guys. He's going to go down and die. And he, like that guy that was going to shoot him, well, he had the gun. The drunk guy came up to my dad. He was getting ready to shoot him, and he started crying. And the cops all ran up and took the gun, and they emptied it. Or they opened it, and it was a revolver, and the bullets fell out on the ground and made a tinkling sound. My dad says, I'll never forget that sound. And the guy was crying. So maybe that was for real. He was thinking about doing it. Not just like a... Yeah. And maybe they're even like, hell, have that guy do it then versus some random whatever the fuck entangle something. And maybe that'll like get him scared straight. My dad, that might have done that actually too. And, they go right up to my dad too. And he'd have a crew cut, so he'd look different. But if someone needs a beating or something, they could run right up to my dad. All the protesters are out there. Down in Alabama or whatever, they run right up to my dad to give the beating to. Like, he was a guy, but that's all the cops. Everyone said that. He was the like the guy. That's like his job for a while. Man. So we got that, man. Man, they don't fucking talk much about that electrical stuff. I had to fucking look around, look up electric tension and shit. They really got it. It's the voltage. They talk about the voltage, but you should talk about it as the tension too. Because I know it's gotta be tension between the ground and the sky, and it's gotta conduct really well. Or you have like different charges. God, it would just fucking be going on up there too. You have alternating current or voltage coming and going. You know, at 60 hertz or whatever the hell it is. I mean, yeah, 60 cycles a second or the 600. The submarine ones are like way higher than that. What is it, 6 hertz? 60 kilohertz or 6 kilohertz. And if they're down a little bit, and then if they can get it better, if they can be way lower when it's more. But it's a billion volts. They said at least a billion or multiple, like a billion or up to 3, 4, 5 billion something volts between the ground and the air and a cloud. And if you think about it, it's like if you had 1,000 volts, and it's like I guess it couldn't be a millimeter away, right? Maybe 10 millimeters away, right? Yeah, 1,000 volts too, like wires, like 1,000 volt, wires. You're holding them next to each other, like 1 centimeter away, right, from each other. So that's 10 millimeters. And so it's 100,000 volts per meter. And then so for 1,000 meters, 100 million volts, right? It's fuzzy math. You get what I mean, though. It's fuzzy math. My brain is lazy, man. I do look at all this math, so. But it's about right. And the cloud's like about 3 kilometers away or closer, whatever the fucking range, a kilometer to 3 kilometers or whatever the fuck it is, and up, and it's in a billion in there too, and man, it's gotta do all kinds of shit that they fucking lie about with all kinds of shit. And maybe just like other radio waves that are shit that's just going. Maybe shit resonates or something. There's low radio wave frequency, like submarine level, like stuff that resonates around the earth or is just going on, right? And then you could have that shit affecting it like a valve. And so you could, like, you don't even have to generate that low frequency. You just use, all that fucking shit with the clouds and electric power lines, all the shit. When the lightning's about to strike, when it's really highly tense, it could be like a valve or do something. It probably fucking is. And they did this shit, man. The one thing my dad said, my one cousin, little Mr. like, guy with all the sports teams, sports talk. Man, they just had fucking CIA. Having him do that and be Unitarian and being like, all that. With his fucking Red Sox shit and like fucking. Could be that. And you could go around talk anywhere. All the statistics and just have all the code talker. White trash code talker. I guess. So they're running shit. That's like Unitarians and the fucking top thing. Unitarians and the fucking. And then what you call the Presbyterians? What is that shit? The Church of England. What's the fucking guy? It's like Governor Weld and all that. They're all bad. It's like the thing. Unitarians have the most education. And then the other guys, the Protestants, what is it? Episcopal. They got the most money and second most education. Then you have Jews. Maybe the Jews are second most education. Are they more education? Might have more now than the Unitarians, I'm not sure. Well, especially if when they let everyone in like that. And then they throw me to the fucking wolves. But that's because they brought me in. Like, I think it's only because of my mom, though. It's only because of the Jew thing. It is anti-Semitism. It is. And it's not like, oh man. Like, what's the thing is? No, they're like, it's because of something that happens to go on with the Jewish thing. Because you're Jewish, it's like freaking. Because they're fucking assholes, or the communist thing. My mom was a fucking communist. Like, all the way. That's where I get it from. She's all the way. It's just like in her fucking blood. And, yeah, then my dad said he marries this girl from Puerto Rico. Her dad's a banker and a millionaire. So he's a millionaire now. I mean, maybe it's a lie or something. Just some douchebag. I don't know, he's like, just some douchebag shit. It's a lie. And then my cousin, the one girl, she's like, man, that is shit. She gets her bachelor's degree. God, when would that be? So it'd be like, that would be like a 83 or something. Or 82. 83. And right away gets a job for $60,000 a year back then, which is an insane amount of money. That's what he said. And, to program the nuclear missiles to exit the submarine. She programs the doors to open. At least that's their whole story. And it's probably some cover story. She's got nuclear Navy clearance. And they're just saying that. That's just because they do the front-facing thing and they crow about it. And it's like the thing. And they like fucking put their piss on their fucking tree with it. And that's that. And they fucked up though. Or maybe they do with the lightning. Hey, the Ghost Army, that's Patton's Ghost Army, the fake out army. Wikipedia says you look that up and it's insignia. They say they make it later, or maybe they make it during that. It's a army patch with a ghost on it that's throwing lightning bolts. And they try to talk about why the fuck that would be. And they can't fucking think of anything. It looks kind of like SS a little bit. So it could be that. But it could be, they throw SS guys around, throw them down to Argentina. But it's all that shit, and they'll be doing lightning. They're probably already doing lightning too. They're probably they probably fucking were. It's probably not that big of a deal. Like if the shit works. Maybe. Or maybe they do after, because it's all after, and they talk about, they don't talk about it till like 30 years later. So yeah, it's like that. Or way later than that, till 1980. Maybe it's like 35 years later. Or whatever, so they can say that's their patch about the thing. Damn, man. Fuck. Yeah. So that's what that is. So now we know. And if everyone's such a demoralized fuck, I guess they'd have to be. Right? With the Kennedy thing, you go around like, who did it or something. But if we can be like, it's not even done. It's like fucking the motherfucker did it. The guy himself, right? It's like a fucking, he's like the fucking, John Kennedy runs off. I get kidnapped and he's lying, right? Or something. It's like that kind of shit. Their whole fucking thing's in on it. And it's so fucking obvious. Once you fucking think of it, and it all fucking fits. And then everyone who doesn't even, like ever want to get into it or whatever. They keep just feeling it. It's like all shit. You're barking up a tree or just crap, and they think, okay, you're not gonna be able to do something about it. But that's stupid. You're not gonna find out. You're gonna be like on the wrong. You're gonna be like every little thing. Like I'm like, Jackie. Oh man, look at her, and then they had to work her. She's such a serious thing to get that. No, it's not. It's like fucking they're fine, and he'd say, okay, she's okay, or we're there. It's not like she's fucking doing something against him. Fucking like, cause Bobby Kennedy is like, it's right in fucking front of your face. They won't say shit, or if they were, it'd be like, fuck. They're like, no, you can't talk about it. Bobby couldn't talk about it because he has to wait to be president. There's no Warren Commission or something. He needs to go investigate some more. He's attorney general. He needs to get back in the papers, like get in the files. Or like, they're all fucking lying. You could just fucking see it happen. You feel it happening. Like if there's a coup and things shift. Come on, they're fucking lying. And they know all this shit. They all work their fucking thing. That's why they're even in there. They'd feel that shit. Like it'd be the cold breeze coming, blowing up their skirt. Right? And it'd be like, no more like they just don't want to talk about it. And it's really like they did it. They fucking did it. And they can say, hey, the bad shit they got done to us, that was decades ago, it's years ago. It's all in negotiation. It's all in shit. Shit, you would say I'm a coward or something. Maybe I would be. I don't know which way. Or where to make the stand or whatever. Right? And you talk to American people like it's a certain thing, like it's a fucking cowboy movie. And you go to something else, and I don't know. And like, they do seem like shit, though. All these motherfuckers and going out to like these dinners and they're drinking their alcohol and they're fucking garbage. Because I've fucking been around these people my whole life. When I was a kid, I used to go to all the Democrat things. Actually, the picnics and stuff were cool. The people could be really cool, but they're not just rallying people either. It's like, fuck. And it wasn't, man, because it should be rallying them out and dragging them to vote in whatever the voting rate is. And it's like, God, the suburbs, they were like, God, you have paper boys. I'm just thinking what it would take. No, it could be they don't want to do it. They already work it out. They're just like fucking lying and faking it. They got other shit. And it probably like, it wouldn't work. They don't have anything to offer. So, yeah. So now we know about the thing, right? In the YouTube, they don't even, the big thing, I don't know, but they're such shit, but they're, like they say, there's like saying, what's a Kennedy? He's like, well, he was driving in his car, he's in the back of his car, and yet shot, and they have to be like that. They don't say like, they don't say Lee Harvey Oswald, or you have to read into a few. It's like those 2 lines. You have to click on the stupid thing, go to Wikipedia, and be like, I think their dogma is now like you don't have to say it's Oswald, but I'm not sure. But you have to say they wouldn't think of it like he died. So he got shot in the head, and like they can't. It won't just be like, oh, you're bad to think otherwise. Like no one's fucking thought about it ever. No one thinks about it, right? Like some of these guys would though. I think they would. Maybe even my mom and all the shit. Because my parents are weird about it. My parents never talked about that shit. Never got into it. Even the Bobby Kennedy stuff. Like nothing. Then they'd be all into other stuff. And they let it go. I let it go. I remember when it happened too. Bobby Kennedy. We were in Iowa City. And I went onto the back porch. Or the backyard area. That's the first news I ever heard about, I think. I hadn't heard about the Martin Luther King thing, but just Bobby Kennedy. Damn, my babysitter, she'd be in that room down there. Sometimes we had a little TV there we put for her, and she babysit me. Sometimes that's one. She's some CIA thing. Damn, Iowa City babysitter. This older lady. I feel bad because I picked my nose and I ate a booger. Oh my god, it's beat Grady with skin. And I just want to throw up when I think about it. And I feel really guilty for it. I've always felt guilty. Even then, it's like, and she was like, because that's the only thing I would get to her, because she's some fucking CIA thing. She's hardcore. And like, she's like the Thelmas or something. Or like, she's just serious. She's like, who do they do? Like, she probably is like Ruth. She's cool though, but just all serious, and she had to watch her soap operas. They probably do all kinds of signaling, all kinds of shit with that too. So like all the Karen Reed, all this shit, they just keep fucking doing that and lying like a motherfucker. And no one fucking says anything. No one has to stop and talk like any kind of thing with a fucking brain. And like YouTube like has it outlawed and shit certain ways. And they gotta fucking fuck with me. Like they say no one looks at it, but if someone looks at it, that's them lying. They don't go fucking, that's all the view things are fake. It's all fraud. Maybe the shit will just get disappeared. You know. God. That. Fuck. I was just gonna keep talking. It's probably going on long. Well, okay, so the I was gonna say, what do we do, or something like, oh, what do you do? Or what do you think? No, like do, like it's like, well, what do you think about now? Because if you fucking, this is the world upside down, world turned upside down. That is such a cool song. That's like the original, right? The Cromwell and all that. The world turned upside down. And then when the king came back and they overthrew Cromwell and stuff, they changed the word, so it's like having beer with your king and stuff like that. So it goes both ways. It's so fucking cool. And like they say in the Battle of Yorktown or something, the British played it. But it might, that's like a myth maybe, because it's not in the original references. But it's kind of cool. That's what they say. That's probably how it is these days too, right? You saw that thing when Trump had the Churchill skeleton, right? You look on one of the videos, there's some Fox News thing or some kind of thing where they have their camera angles low and they know how to do it, and they have a chair that's unlike any of the other chairs, and it's like right in front of the Churchill bust, the head, and so the head is the skull, and the rest of the chair is a skeleton and the arms and stuff, and it's like a certain angle that does it, and it's like unmistakable. It's just so obvious. They're making the death of I think they were with Zelensky. I think it was Zelensky for that. With a Churchill skeleton. It is. Like all the shit I said, it's so let's go over it then. Like the CIA heroes are the original Benedict Arnold, right? That's so fucking obvious once you say it too. He's the hero. It's so fucking obvious. Like all the different sides know it. And that's in with the British. A lot of the British are in with it. You know, it's a complicated situation. Fuck. man. I'd be like, yeah, they fucking lied, man. Yeah, and then you gotta be like, oh man, is Jackie O bad or something? It's like they're all fucking all in on it. And all up in the... Fuck, man. They're all just trying to fake out. And it still is. And even me, the way... God, it's kind of a weird situation. Where I would know, and where I'm stalled, like I'm on hold. Like, but then not just like out or gone, like from my family, my dad and whatever. They're doing a weird fucking thing. You got the CIA lady coming in and fucking... So I'm watching everything. God, and just, yeah, the way I think about stuff. And then the puberty blocker makes me just think about all my childhood, all the shit. Because, I was doing it then, and then I can think later, and I'm displaced. And then I spent a lot of time up in Boston. When I go to thrift stores and stuff, and I used to be behind the Hadassah thrift store. They throw everything in the dumpster. So all the stuff from the 60s and 70s, mostly 70s, but then stuff from the 60s too. All the old stuff. I had the Jackie O thing on the refrigerator. It's in one of the things. If it falls apart, I think I threw it away. But you have Jackie O when the fire department came or something. That one thing when I'm messing with, I'm saying that, it proves like they're framing me when the water's like shut off or whatever. And the fire department had to come one of the times they came. Jackie O in the refrigerator. Like, I got all that stuff. I would look at it and I could think about it. So I was always thinking about 60s and 70s and rethinking the time. Or just kind of in that mode. That's why I can do this stuff. And then the type of television we had, like I said, we have reruns. So all the World War II footage and newsreels and stuff, they'd show in reruns. So I'm immersed in it. Like Camille Paglia would say how she's immersed in the classics and all this stuff. So I get immersed in that immediate history of World War II, a certain amount. And there's like just kind of hopelessness and a waiting. It was all about that. The universities in the fall, everything falls. So that's what that is. Fuck, man. I never know that my dad's lying. So he's fucking just... Fuck, man. If you ever need to... Yeah, look at that thing. I think I linked to it in one of my descriptions or something. The guy that... God, that camping guy. Horrible, like... They're like sitting and then the outhouse door opens so the light turns on. And the Florida Everglades and it's horrible. Like next to the highway. And my dad's like that. He wouldn't get around any of the public stuff. He'd more out in the woods. But be just like that. That whole fucking attitude. And that's their shit. Fuck, then he wanted to take me to Zimbabwe at the end. That's the thing, telling him so he's gonna pay for the ticket. This big old expensive motherfucker. But he wouldn't take my wife, so I had to dump her. We're gonna get, have to not be together. On his way back. We've been together for a while. So he's just gonna just rip that out. But that's not him saying it, that's the whole fucking doodad. Because they'll compensate him and just work it. And they encourage him to spend that money on that. Or it's gonna go down the toilet some other way. They'll choke it out of him, whatever the fuck. So it's like that. They wanted to get me going again. And haul me over to fucking Zimbabwe with that shit. Because he comes at me too, like he's depressive. Like if someone had to be a salesman, go to make a sale, you can do it. You want to do that? You want to buy that car? Like no, okay. He's just like that if he got put up to it. And the thing you can't, push on a string or whatever the fuck, because It doesn't have the way to make him really go. It doesn't send anything. See, they don't have any mojo because the other shit will fucking watch. If you get anyone, oh, here's your new cheerful friend. Oh, yeah, something. I like Africa. Something. You go to Zimbabwe, you gotta go there. You just take off. You go there and you take off, man. You're in. Fuck that shit. You be around somewhere else. Because you can come and go from that. Oh my God, with the American passport, you be in Zimbabwe, go back and forth from South Africa and then out at that beach or something, back and forth, and up and down through the thing. It's like, fucking. They can't do that though. They just have dog shit there. Fucking Joe and all that fucking shit. And now, okay, so, see, I don't know. Okay, so I'll go back to, God, Harry K. Swami. See, Satchidananda has that fucking weird, that accent. I think it's, why would I have all these tapes of him, though? It doesn't say who it is. I think it is, like, I think Harry Case is Harry Case who did that. And it's such a fake-ass thing, and he's such a fucking Pee-wee Herman Martin Short character, right? And they'd, like, scrub all the earlier internet. It's, like, such a scrub thing. So I think he might have done it. Pull the wool down over your eyes. But I could be making a mistake, but I don't know. I would think that'd be that. And it's weird that paper I got typed out doesn't say any name either. Because that's not normal. And they got and typed all out. It wouldn't say the name. Like a little formal little bit or something. It's more like it's even made to be like this, Then I look at, okay, the Harry K stuff I ever saved. He's not talking. I didn't download any of those fucking things. I didn't ever download, some really good singing. Oh, tired listening to it now. There he's gonna. But I kind of wonder. Maybe. Who knows? So maybe. Okay. So it's all the fucking setup. Harry K. Swami's ready to, like in 98, 99, he's going to disappear. He's gone. He's done. Right? He's all in disgrace. He's like, drops everything. All of the grand fucking thing. And they give it all to everyone else, Narendra Swami, whoever. He like drops out. And they were not ready for that. And he's all invested. He was all up and invested in the Russian stock market and shit. So then it crashes. Everything. Then he goes into catastrophic mode. And it could even be he's holding all the certificates. And they're like, look, he's holding it. And they'll just be like that. They can trust a guy that can do that. Just hold it. And then, yeah, someone's, a bunch of guys go bankrupt. It looks like everyone will go bankrupt. You can go around crying. So the guy that's really fussing, like, it wasn't just holding it for us. Like, you can go around fussing. Like, so he doesn't even get to fuss as much or whatever. So it looks like y'all got ripped. But it's really... but they said, he got lost all his shit. Or they did. And he's all going crazy. Or at least they used to say that. Having a girlfriend, he's having intercourse. And he goes and he doesn't want to be a Swami anymore. And he has a drug problem. He takes the fucking Haldol, like worse than Haldol. He gets the fucking, what that thing is. It's all this fake shit. They like a witch doctor kind of guy from India. He comes up. He ends up giving him some shit. This, oh God, they call it Djibouti powder or something. Like, to eat. It's magic powder with medicine and stuff. Taylor Ray, they always do that. And he does that. And it's supposed to be good. And then it ends up, he's like taking shit worse. It's Haldol type shit that no one should ever want to take. That'll give you tardive dyskinesia and shit. But that's all fake. They use it on animals. They don't really want to use it on humans. Because it's too fucked up. It gets you can get some tardive dyskinesia that gets, comes right on without warning, and then it's permanent. And like, yes, and he gets like addicted to that, and he stops cold turkey, and he goes like loses his fucking mind, has a psychotic break, and they're all making that shit up. And he's having sexual intercourse, and he lost all his money, and it's like, And it's like everyone's left holding the bag. They're thinking, man, how's this gonna work? And they got fucking played, man. Like all this shit that comes from over there, he gets all wrapped up. And they traded Boston to Harry Case for Russia and Ukraine parts of it and stuff. And really, those guys are getting played. And that's why you had the Reddys, Krishna Reddy and Kirti Reddy. The family got killed, like the grandfather, the mother, and the daughter, by this strange dad who works at a hospital way off somewhere else, right? Who's a medical student, and he fails. And he's hanging around the hospital. No one knows he's just walking around like a ghost, right? Then he has to come into Boston and kill them on a Sunday night after the Sunday feast. Out in Brookline, and they're having a daycare. They're like fucking all start up a motherfucking daycare out there, getting all licensed and gonna like start up their shit from Amsterdam. The Amsterdam motherfuckers think they're gonna do it. It's like that, and then it's like whack. God, man, that's what that was too. And so the dad then he goes out and gets killed by a police and sheriff deputy way out in the out western state. He happens to be driving by some police conference, and the cop, there's Moe, and he hasn't turned his lights right, so they have to go chase him down, and they get a big shootout. And he's all dead. It's all fake. They're lying, man. And that's when they had sent Tom to my house. So yeah, I was living at the fucking place. I was going through so many See, we're all fucked up in the 90s. We're late, by mid-90s. Early 90s, mid-90s, and trying to recover as late 90s. We all got all fucked up. We would play one on TV, and we really are fucked up. Because that's the way the shit was. And it's like everyone's got to be like crazy. People go to Ukraine. And the whole fucking thing. It was cuckoo world. It was like a fucking undercover war. Like, who fucking knows? And so we were living for a year. Our son was born there. We lived in a state police officer's house. I used to think he must suck or something, but he's one of the good guys. He's one of the thing. I'm pretty sure now. And they were taking care of me there. Even though I go, that the whole apartment complex, they'd be acting out like an attitude, but you got to go out the back, and they tell me just walk through the back of this place, You have to go through the back of a fucking store, a sandwich store, to leave, even when they're not in business, and you go through where their tables are, and the rest of it's locked up, because you're supposed to have a right to egress, and it's right away, and the guy says to do that, just do that, and you open the damn, if his place isn't open, you open it with your damn key and come in the back door, go through the fucking restaurant. I think that's what, and they're telling me, do that, they want me, they even want us to buy the place, the same one guy said, it's like kind of tight. But that would have been worth a lot of money too. But yeah, they were like yeah, it was a state police that owned it. It's so funny. That wasn't just like random. Or they would have been like, hell, let's not have him. They were like, no, let's get him. It's fucking crazy. And maybe they just rub it in your face. Hey, it's state police that owns this. They just like that, because otherwise they could have been like, I don't know. It's like, it's not quite that. I don't have to say that. Say it like that. Right? There was this one weird thing. I was like, because I'm always Mr. like, always talking about stuff, watching car TV. And so there was a radiator, right? And I used a lot of hair conditioner a lot and different stuff, and with the towels. And I had a big wad, and it's like on the radiator heating up. And I realized not to do that because there's spontaneous combustion. There's a certain amount of thing, when you put oily rags or something, and they can get that, and especially with a radiator, right? You get it to a certain point, and there's chemical reactions anyway with the oils, and then, it's all the way dry, of course, with the cotton. And then I said that to him, and I was like, hey, I shouldn't do that. Because I just talk about everything, all the science, everything. Maybe there's a little bit of pressure. I don't think there was because he's a cop or something like that. It was like, I can't pass anything. It it was like that. That's a safety thing. So I like to fucking do that. So there's no safety violation. There's no wire hanging down. You can catch someone's eye. All this shit. I'm always doing that shit. Or I used to be. But I said that because he just happened to be over. He saw me and had to come do something. So. And that's why I said that. He goes, "Why are you telling me that?" It was weird. So he did this weird cop thing. And it's even like and it was so fucking weird. It was like, I think I got to him. And he had a thing like, I need to close my eyes. I need to see you close my eyes or something. And they were like that with that or something. It was fucking weird. I think he made some pressure and something. Because they don't know what to do. I mean, I was kind of wild, I guess. I was calming down and slowing down. So my son was born, so I'm all good. You know, not be drinking or anything. He's like, "Can I stop that?" I could just chill. Be like that, right? Fucking dumbass motherfuckers. Stupid motherfuckers. Lying motherfuckers. Yeah, but that's a shit. God, man. God, I wish I fucking knew everything, but it's kind of better. I didn't know fucking anything. But I watch everything. And I do, religious beliefs sort of as an art form. So I could look and think of something, this could be a miracle or that. And have dual thinking and stuff. Not like I'm having magical thing, but have that as a separate thing. So I was always kind of atheist, I guess, in a certain way. But then that keeps your mind open. I think, now I know, if there's people doing something, I never thought that way though. I was just thinking of God intervening, this or that. I keep track of stuff like that. So in a certain mood, I could talk about it that way. Kind of daydream of it that way. Because that's what you do. You watch movies like that anyway. Or hear a song and it's like that. But that's good. It's just what I need to be doing too. Okay, so yeah, so we're out there at that place, and it's across that road a little bit. It's a little, God, and the back way out goes right to Beth Israel Hospital and stuff, or down that back road. Thanks on the other side. But and there's Moe. But you had to send Tom out there, man, when the readies happen. So was that place. I was thinking the other place before. Then it all kind of comes together. Where the TV might have been, and where happening to watch it. I guess we'd always be watching TV where I do some news, because there's not a lot going on all the time. There's no internet. Right? Yeah, 97, damn. And I think, wait, our son had already been born, just born. Whenever that is, because he's February of 97. So however that is, you look up the ready thing. But he came over, and he's about to go, or standing around, and he's back in his way. And it comes on, the news. It's all it'll be on all 3 news channels or whatever. Fucking, it's poor satisfying and none standing up there. And and then say, everyone got killed and all that kind of stuff at the Hare Krishna temple in Boston. It's like that. And it's weird. And we're all standing there. And I was thinking, the place we're at the fucking state police apartment. And they must be freaking because that's not their shit. And they don't have no line of sight up into that thing either. Our place that we're going to get next. Damn. Later, we're going to live at like 110 Peterborough, or 108 Peterborough. Yeah. And my wife's parents are next door at 110. It's the same, it seems like the same building though. Big old, fucking concrete thing. 7 stories high, whatever. Right over the Boston cab and overlooking this flower shop, the whole fucking thing. FBI has to raid everything. It's 9/11, but yeah, Tom comes over. He never comes over. He's never been to our house. I don't know if he ever been to our house once, someplace, but he didn't go. He didn't do that. Shit. So he had to get a book like that I had borrowed from him. That's right. They even have that outstanding. I think it's a book, not. It's a book like he had loaned me or let me use. It's weird. He could get one of my books or something, or he had left. And it's like, damn. So that's what that was. To see what he'd say or something. He had a wire. He must have, right? He did. Damn, that's all the Joe stuff. That goes with like Lucas and Officer Bush. It's Officer Bush. And there's shit. There's that domestic CIA trash that'll go flow with a banana and stuff. But I mean, those guys aren't at all. But they don't need po-po shit. That'd be awesome, round. So I actually did bring a guy like that. Yeah. Yeah, so he did that, and they didn't know what it was. And they gotta be like, guy probably is their shit, dude. They might have more bullshit. And this shit's not having it. Damn, man. Like, no. Damn, man. However that works. I would too, man. What would that be? God, what is that? Make sure it's 1997, right? You know how many years later? It'd be like, in 2010, it'd be like 13 years later, right? Oh man, it'd be like, that's more than a generation. They're like, some young people, right? They're like 6 years old, 3 years old, 6, right? And 13 years old later, they're like, if they're 3, they're fucking 16. Like, it's like beyond, like, whatever. And all the bad shit that I'm talking about happened like 2014. Having that shit ready by 2013. Shit. That's like more than, that shit would have been up and running to do even more of something in a certain way, probably. It probably was that shit, too. So I think when they, see, the only friend my daughter had was, they sent foot fetish, fucker. That's the other thing, though. Keeping it fucked up. Fuck, man. Dad works at Harvard. And he goes off to his other lab. He's always in the lab. Like, we just talk to people, like the guy that works at the laboratory, the professor guys, whatever. Or whatever he is. He's from China. And fuck, the mom works at the hospital. And the dad's just like away at the laboratory 24 hours a day, but he's really at the laboratory. They keep doing it, man. Now they gotta have neurobiology. The 4th floor, that is the thing, man. See, my wife would work on the 3rd floor. I guess they get them trusted, and I was like, I could be flaky. I told you I took a leak right on those stairs there. You look at where that thing is, see that, all that rickety wood they have there? Had to have that, and they don't say what that is. But you go like back in that back corner there, and the stairs that go through, cut through, and then it doesn't look like, but the stairs go down and up, and it's weird. It's not really made to be passing through, but It's an oddity of the building, and you go through and you get to Huntington Ave. And I just got fed up. I told you, I gotta be like, what the fuck? There's like, it's like being like Neo, right? Like the agitation. And so I fucking just had my beer. And it won't quit, man. I'm going, I'm always good, but go back and drink beer. So I just started I took a leak right there. I didn't even go way up against the stairs, but no one's gonna walk through, and I'm kind of good. And I know no one's gonna walk through. Like, but I just took a leak directly. And then that's all good. And then I'm drinking my beer. And then a little bit later, the 3 Harvard police, I think it was 3. I don't think it was just 2. They come. They're fucking treating me like I'm a fucking royal prince. And say, hey, man, move on a little bit. Like, you be happier over there. And they're so happy. And they want to make sure I don't get my feelings hurt. But I should continue going one way or the other. Isn't that weird? See, they have me all vetted. They got my wife vetted for whatever, how much you know, or how smart you can be with something, and everything good, or you were someone else is fucking running you. That's the CIA shit got her that job. Everything her friend was working in those labs. They need to have it a certain way. And then they're fine with me, like, oh, she's with him. Like, fuck, that's so fucking hilarious. He's the most watched motherfucker in the thing. And like, oh, no, it was like drive every other motherfucker crazy. Fuck it. It's not a bug, it's a feature. You know? So they kind of took care of me there. And I was up at the, up on that 4th floor right there, probably right there, like that's the library. I guess it'd be that. There's a lounge on each floor, so I'd be lounge on the 4th floor. But I think it's just like I go up another stairs. I go up and down the stairs. If you go down one stairs, there's some other people, but up the stairs, my wife would just come right up there and go up to the library and go up from there down to lounge on the 3rd floor to go to the refrigerator or something, or back up. Damn, man. Up to the 4th floor, and that probably always was there, and not in the lounge. Like, I'd read all the science of nature. Eventually I had books on boxes of it, and they said it's for free to take home. I took a bunch home. I don't know if I have it anymore. I don't. Keep hauling everything around, but that's what I needed to read. Read like tons of that, years, I mean multiple years. Because you have to have scientific training background to read it, to understand it, but not in the field that it's about. So it'd be like something electrical science stuff. But if you have a biology background, you're disciplined to read science. You can kind of work on it. And as you try to apply yourself a little more, to these things, you can keep getting better at it. And they'll have like the actual numbers and the fuzzy math or the whatever, but you can read without that too, like kind of skip through or whatever. And kind of get the idea of what they're going at. It's like all kinds of cool stuff they're doing. New inventions, just weird, odd ways that fucking material science works or something some of the time. And it's really well written. It's not like I couldn't read Scientific American. At least some of the articles they really weren't well written. They'd be too complicated or too hard to do. Or maybe they weren't well written because I don't know. But I just had to remember it earlier. But Science or Nature was always, they're really well written and they do a certain thing back then. That's proof where they got fake with a virus and stuff. Or like openly. And so that's how I learned. Like I got that much more. Then the internet really helped too. But it's like Science and Nature, I get. And then so that's that fucking place, man. Isn't that funny? And it's because I talked about it. Now they're gonna run around. They're gonna say this thing, that thing. They're gonna say, well, like what is up there? What like what kind of smoke was like? Was it like someone shook up a bottle of champagne and threw it down intentionally? And that's what that thing is, the E word thing, right? Watch it be some shit like that. And the fuckers run out, and they got this rubber fucking fake face. They got Antifa, like little weenie douche Antifa face. That's not just a mask. That's a fucking rubber face. Antifa face, kid. It's so fucking obvious. They run and the cop can't stop them. That's so stupid, man. You know, like fucking bound up that fucking place is. So which way do they go? God, I would think maybe they would. It's very risky. You have to know no one else is coming at you, but you go to those stairs, like I said. You cut out through Huntington, but that's like getting going. No, you wouldn't do that. You know, you run out that lawn. And then once you get there, you're bummed. You got left, right, but then you can also, yeah, you got all around Latin school, and if they had went through there, and the kids from the art school, it's way up further, more toward the museum. But wait, which way am I thinking? Am I thinking one way or the other? Getting confused. And there's woods, and then at night, and then even. God, it's that long trek down that fucking road, though. You have Longwood, but then you have the one that's that other road right there. You know what I mean? And then that goes to where the muddy river would be, but they got it dirt. They got it in pipes underneath. You know how they got it blocked off? They might have opened it up now, right? We go there, and you got where that one place. I guess it is going near the museum. The art museum. Let's space it out, man. And that bridge that rotted away where it has a corner. That's before. That's all there. Before I was even coming around. 1989, whatever. 80. Yeah, once they make it there, they're good. They go down that road. But it's kind of fucked because, like, you're worn out. You'd be running. Like, where would they go? Now, they probably go out and, like, slip around and, yeah. And in places you can't take a car. This, that. And then through something. And they do something. But they're, like, that's because they're running with a thing, though. That's the same shit as the Garden Museum. Oh, that's the thing. See, where they come running out, they come that way. And then once they gotta get out that quad or whatever, and then they gotta run down, then they gotta haul ass down that fucking other road. You're getting up toward the back areas right around the Garden Museum. And they're just like letting you know. That's all there. They probably got it all scoped out too and have a fig leaf over it. Or whatever. Maybe not be in trouble. Could be like, what is it? They won't say what it fucking is. It could be some fucking bullshit. Like it is just. It looks like I thought it was a something, but really no, it's a bottle of champagne. Oh, I thought it was one of those other things. I thought it was because that's why I even said that to those reporters, which is the only thing where they get the E word, right? Like some bullshit. And really, like if they ever get busted, like yeah, I dropped a bottle of champagne in there. Something from the party. I'm afraid to my friend. We're supposed to get another bottle of champagne. It's kind of cool. And there you go, you can have it, but okay, maybe or not. And you get that one last bottle of champagne. Fucking, some shit. How they're supposed to be up in there. But yeah, man, it used to be. God, when I came to Boston, I went to the Widener Museum in Harvard Square. I could just fucking go in there. You didn't have to have ID to go in there. And I'd look at books. And I guess I could have kept going. And like when my wife worked there, I could go. I guess, wait. Oh yeah, I'd go in there. I could check out books with her thing too. Yeah, they're good books. But shit, I used to be able to go around and go to the fraternities. I could just walk right in or whatever. Be like a thing. Probably things watching stuff everywhere. And so, yeah. So that's what that is. We need to have our... It's fucking bullshit. They're like doing it at Harvard. We can't talk. I can't fucking talk. We can't talk. We can't fucking talk about anything, right? Any kind of, oh, that's interesting. That idea or this. It's got to be all taboos. And like they're probably fucking lying. It's like, no one's out on the street talking about anything. They shut down everything. All the Unitarian church is fake. Community church. They don't have any Occupy movement. I wish the hell I had gone to Occupy Harvard. This homeless guy said I should have gone to it. I should have fucking... He said they're cool there. It's like a different thing. Like it was after Occupy Boston. I didn't want to go in because it's private property. And I kind of like it's just all homeless people can be there. But I should have fucking gone in just to see what the hell's going on. And what sides play and stuff. So I like missed it. And I would have like... God, because they've run some weird shit. Damn, in Hillel House. And they have to be... Man, they have to be so fucking neutered. Like, they're so nice. But then they got stuff, or they could do so because they got money, and they're gonna stay away. Shit. It's gonna be a strategic breakout. You'll see. It is what I said. Habibi.